Hey guys, it's me, Julia, and in this video, I'll be going over practice test number 2, no calc section, question 3. So let's get started. So I'm going to read this. A landscaping company estimates the price of a job in dollars using the expression 60 plus 12 NH, where N is the number of landscapers who will be working and H is a total number of hours the job will take using N landscapers. Which of the following is the best interpretation of the number 12 in the expression? Okay, so this is, I would say, a linear equation problem of being able to identify what is doing what and how it will look in the graph, because that makes it much easier to find the answer. And yes, usually it states 4 things and the option could be wrong, like completely wrong. It might be saying corresponding to a different thing, or you're just interpreting it differently because you're not looking out at the output or the answer and not staying consistent throughout the whole equation. But what I mean by that, I will explain further. So what we're given is 60 plus 12 NH, right? And N is a number of landscapers, and H is a total number of hours. The job will take with N landscapers. And then we know this whole equation right here is talking about estimates the price of a job in dollars. So it's dollars throughout, so we're not converting any units here, but it's showing the price of a job, the price. So this, throughout this equation, price needs to be consistent. So that's going to be the price of the job. Okay. And then from there, we already know that this is going to be a fixed one. It's not going to change anything because there's no X. Sorry. There's no X attached to it. So it's not going to change for any input you put. 60 is just going to be 60. And from 60, though, there's this 12 NH, right? And this question is essentially asking you what the 12 is doing for this whole equation. Let's go over everything. The company charges $12 per hour for each landscaper. Well, that sounds okay because it's saying $12 per hour. It directly mentions the dollars, which is what the equation should equal to, because it's the price of the job. At the very end, it needs to be dollars, right? Because 60 is already dollars. So you need to add a dollar to a dollar, right? You can't just start with adding the number of landscapers directly to the dollar, because that's going to mix up the whole unit and everything. So $12 per hour for each landscaper. Well, that sounds okay. So let's just put a line there. A minimum of 12 landscapers will work on each job. Well, this sounds, you know, um, okay at first because, it says 12. And then it's obviously asking you for the 12th, but then it mentions nothing about the minimum number of landscapers working for each job. And then we already know that the number of landscapers is n. N is showing the landscapers, not 12. So this is automatically eliminated. C, the price of every job increases by 12 hours, 12, I'm sorry, dollars every hour. It does mention the price of every job, but it's not going to be fixed to $12 every hour. So we know that 60 is a fixed cost, right? And it's saying this 12 is showing the price of every job increasing by every hour. But we don't know if it's every hour, right? Because the hour is specified using H. If H were to be 1, then that would be true every hour. Yeah. But 12 itself isn't showing every hour or so because the hour is not showing anything. It's not 1. If this is 1, then yeah. And then each landscaper works 12 hours a day. Well, this H is the number of hours, so that is just not true. So if we eliminate B, C, and D, A remains, and A is your answer. Thank you.